Hello Leo, Leo Rising and Leo Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card forecast for the week starting December 26th, 2016, the last week of the year. And a quick reminder for you guys, remember your monthly astrology horoscopes are up for January on their own playlist on the main channel page if you want to check those out. I also did an hour and 45-minute long lecture on the astrology of 2017 if you're interested in listening to that while you do some holiday driving. And of course, classes, online classes are up on my website, integrativemysticism.com. The tarot classes start on the 8th of January. If you are interested in signing up for any of those, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com. There's also a special astrology love webinar going on as well in the middle of the month. So if you want to reserve your spot, you've got to go do that. So what is going on here with your astrology this week, Leo? Well, this week we've got everyone getting put on the spot with Jupiter opposite Uranus in Aries. And when we talk about being put on the spot, it's people willing to listen. It is people willing to listen, but they're asking you, or any of us, in these areas to give our input and to give direction. And sometimes we're not ready. Okay, that's the thing about Uranus when it's in an opposition. It's kind of like, Uranus is really good at rebelling and saying everything it doesn't want, but all of a sudden it's kind of like, okay, put up or shut up, Uranus, what do you want to do? And the first thing Uranus tends to do is go, oh, I don't know, I don't know. And you know, and we can all be put in those positions, and you might be put in that position, so that's why I'm giving you a heads up right now. Don't waste this opportunity. This is happening between your third house of communications, of broadcasting, your pacts and promises, and your ninth house of higher education, your worldliness, your, how you actually communicate with the world at large, how you interact with the outer world at large. And this could actually be really nice for those of you that are trying to get some kind of new ad campaign underway, change the way you are doing business with people at a long distance. If you have any contracts to amend, any kind of rules to go over, this is the time to do it. I understand that Mercury is currently retrograde, but it's not really in either of these parts of your chart, so I think you're safe to start doing some amendments, putting some demands out there, putting some different motions and promotions out there for yourself. This is a good time to start actually getting that underway. But remember, everyone's going to be doing what you ask, so you are going to feel like you're being put on the spot, but that's because people are listening to you. So don't turn it down. Don't turn down this opportunity. Don't waste it. Later on in the week, we've got Saturn, the planet of restrictions and boundaries, in your fifth house of love and romance and your relationships with your children, forming a tense square to Chiron in your eighth house of shared income, intimacy, and all of those little resources that we have always going on with other people involved. And Chiron is sort of the celestial body that rules our baggage. Some people like to call it the wounded healer. It's it's the issues that we have that that we're working on right now. And for you, this is coming up between again, what are we sharing with our partner? Is it fair? Whether it's sharing money, whether it's money that maybe we have to confront an issue where we are maybe overindulging our partner or our child. Maybe we're giving them too many material, too many material freebies. Or maybe we're in a position where we need to talk about maybe our partner and us. Maybe somebody's getting a little bit too mental about what could be going on with intimacy insecurities. And we have to have those discussions. Those are being brought up for a reason. And if you are feeling uncomfortable about it, all the more reason to actually open up and have that dialogue. Because this is an opportunity to become closer. This is an opportunity to get rid of some of that looming Chiron baggage, especially if it does have to do with, shared interests with others. If you do need to talk about maybe, how much money is getting wasted, or how much, a child is not, performing with, with what we're giving them, or maybe, again, how a partner might not be handling the topic of intimacy very well, whether it's too, it's excessive, or maybe it's too psychological, or maybe it's not enough, and it's almost someone's feeling deprived. This is the week where we're going to bring that out, but it can, again, have an opportunity to be healed. For your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Wild Hunt. Okay, and the Wild Hunt is kind of interesting because this talks about, again, things kind of going into a runaway train kind of fashion. There's a lot of things taking off this week. And I like this card a lot because it does kind of resonate with the Chariot card in the Tarot. And when we talk about you being put on the spot, well, you can also consider being put on the spot being made the spotlight, the star of the show. And the Wild Hunt card is always saying here with the friend, it's talking about a need to pay attention to what you get started in motion takes off really fast. It starts to go really, really quickly this week. So don't be surprised if you are trying to start something slow and steady and all of a sudden it's hit with a bunch of rocket fuel. This can be great if you're willing for that, if you want things to progress quickly, but if you didn't expect it to happen that fast or it would have so many personal demands so soon, I want you to, don't act surprised. Just be prepared to kind of keep up with that, to cope with that. People are going to be really working hard for you this week, but also in a way, it's, again, a lot of things at work, a lot of things at home are going to be taking off. I want this, boom, there it goes. And you might be, going too slow and steady for that right now. So, just be prepared to pick up the pace. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Ten of Wands upright. Very, very busy week for the Leo people. In fact, this is actually a great card to have because it does talk about the opportunity to actually start accruing vast amounts of money, vast amounts of funds really fast. But the Ten of Wands can talk about a burden. Again, maybe we didn't count on going into overtime this week. Maybe we didn't count on having to spend late hours at work or pick up all these extra jobs. The nice thing is, though, is again, there is compensation for it. A new job that you started could also have you working a lot more than you were prepared to work in the beginning. Maybe you thought things were going to go slow. Thought things were going to, kind of take an easy breezy kind of pace. Well, they're actually not. And again, think back to that frenzy card. It still can turn out for the best. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Two of Cups upright. Beautiful opportunity for bonding, beautiful opportunity for heart-to-hearts coming up between you and a friend and a relative. This could be actually you bonding with a friend or a relative in a way that's close, that you wanted to have, that you could have. Getting, getting underneath the surface. People, not being cowards about going deep with each other. And I think that with the Two of Cups, this can actually be a really liberating moment for a lot of Leo people who know who their best friends are, finding out who the true blue are. This could actually be a love card as well. I'll be honest, the Two of Cups upright can indicate a new love opportunity coming through a friend, a message of love coming through a friend. Maybe they're conveying it on somebody else's behalf. Or perhaps even your lover is going to try and find a way to finagle some special one-on-one time with you, even though it almost seemed unplanned or impractical for the week. For your challenge this week, we do have the Two of Swords inverted. And this card could say a challenge this week, Leo, might be sticking to your guns. Once you've made a commitment, once you've set something off with that frenzy card, you're going to have to commit to it till it slows down or until it finishes. This is not a good week, for making proposals or making statements that you want to have a fail-safe with, you want to back out from. Because sometimes we can do that. Sometimes we have a tendency to do that. It's like, well, I said that, but where's my fail-safe? Where's my emergency exit? There are no emergency exits this week with the Two of Swords inverted. That's your challenge. So again, we're on the spot, but, everyone else is too. So if you can't bail out, neither can they. And so we're just going to have to stick with it. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Eight of Swords inverted. Obstacles are going to be moving out of your way in love. If there have been any kind of problems, again, with schedule incompatibilities, logistics, other people, distractions, obligations, the Eight of Swords inverted is saying if there has been something holding you and your partner back from actually having that intimacy, or you and your crush from finally getting together and trying things out, this is the week where we do have a nice payoff here. Because with the Eight of Swords inverted, we're seeing your partner and you kind of saying, screw it, it's too, whatever this thing is, or whatever's been getting in the way, is not worth it. Or whatever I've been hiding from is not worth it. Whatever I have been, maybe trying to accommodate or appease is not worth it. And they are saying that you are, and vice versa. So if there have been any things that's been kind of, whether it's a third party, whether it's, again, family problems or, work issues and things like that, we kind of have everyone mutually agreeing this week, no, let's just drop it. It's too much. It's not worth it. Making a lot more time for you and your love. So that is your forecast, Leo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.